Welcome to this series where we are building up a transport empire in Transport Fever 2. In the last part, the focus was very much on this area here, where we were introducing a waste shipment line, which now brings waste out to this materials plant here, which is doing pretty well. We're getting pretty good materials flowing into Bovey Tracy. It's probably not min-maxed enough yet, but what I want to do in this video is carry on the process of, we can say, modernizing the network and balancing it in preparation, because we are now in 2013. And what I want to do in this video is a Dr. Beeching. Now, for any of you who do not live in the UK or are not familiar with recent UK history, Dr. Beeching was a person who produced a report around 1965 which resulted in many branch lines and stations being closed. And in some ways he did devastate the local British rail network, and I think in some ways we are paying the price for that, but at the time it made sense. And that's what I want to do in this part, is I want to take a look at some of these lines that are really losing money. The two big ones is Wooler Materials, and I think it's also the one that brings the machines down to here. I can't remember what the line's called now. Lee Materials. Well, Lee Materials is actually making a modest profit now, so maybe I'm being a bit harsh on them. But there's also the food line on this side. I think it's it. Bread and grain. This is losing 5 million a pop here. So I'm wondering whether maybe I just need to drop this line and we could use it for something else, and maybe use trucks, because we've got this wheat farm over here. We've got this grain farm over here. And I'm not sure, I mean, we've got two grain farms bringing in the supplies from here, and I'm just wondering, in fact we've got three grain farms now supplying grain to here. So I'm just wondering whether the bread and grain line here is actually really worth the effort. And I'm just wondering whether we might be able to put that line to a better use. And so, I mean, how much are you actually carrying? So you're only carrying 40 grain and you're losing a lot of money. How many trains have I got on it? I've got 3 trains on here. Maybe I just need to reduce the number of trains. I mean, all the trains are a bit dated. Maybe just as a test, I think what we'll do is we'll reduce the number of trains on this line for the moment. We'll just let that run whilst I look at the big offender on this, which is Wooler Materials here. Now, if I remember correctly, Wooler Materials, we've got 4 new vehicles. So we've now got a, well, that looks like a side strakes oil tanker, dump truck, and that. So, I mean, these could be useful. I mean, they're 100 kilometers an hour, and let's just have a look how much it costs. Because one of the problems you do get with this game, as you go forward, things get more and more expensive. I mean, for example, just get back to the train theme. If you look at the available trains now, they're all 2.3 million like this. And you can see, well, if we just filter, so we've got no steam trains left. We've got there, so you've got 2. See, this one is 4 million. So you've got to have a very busy line to justify an operating cost of 4 million. And we've only got 3 now, so in some ways this is actually reduced my options. Although we do have multiples here. Well, we don't have any multiple units for this now, and so in some ways we're actually getting reduced options now for the trains that we got, and they're all relatively expensive. This is the reason why potentially profitable lines suddenly become unprofitable. And we got this line here. So what are you? You're Wooler Materials. You're actually bringing fuel up to here. So if we replace this, how much fuel are you actually bringing into Hornsey? 161. So why are you not really making a profit? You're not really bringing that much fuel up. It's almost like Hornsey here needs its own fuel supply system, but I can't. Can we get any fuel in here? I mean, we've got a coal there. We got oil here. I mean, could we get in some fuel capability? Yeah, so in many ways this line here, the materials line, is what are materials is we've got materials coming in from there. So I think this line is a little bit kind of redundant, so I think what we're going to do is just going to sell you and then manage line, and we're just going to get rid of you. See, Lee, these trains are... I mean, does Lee send anything back? What are you shipping back? You're not really returning anything here on this Lee materials, although the train is making a profit. I just do wonder whether this is really worth it, because it is causing some congestion along this line here. So again, maybe we can take this line out. I mean, how much have we got in the way of materials here? I mean, we're getting materials in here, but is there any material production down here? We've got materials over here, but we've got no... Yeah, all the stone quarries are up at Hornsey, but we could bring this into use and bring materials into there. I think at the moment, as long as this line's making a profit, I think maybe we'll just leave that alone. But what we do need to do now is see if we can push up the materials here. So we've got a lot of materials flowing in from here. So what's the delivery line here? Let's just check this out. So you're actually delivering to Alexander Road. Where's the materials coverage? So we probably need 2 lines actually to cover this actually. So you're kind of covering this top part. What we probably need is, well, what we got here, a little bit of traffic jam. And you will a waste. My instinct is that if I put in a another one, that's actually just kind of leaning over that way a bit. You're not... I think that might give me the overlap. So if we put in, so we put in a truck there, stop there, and then we come up to here. We've got 3 here, so what we'll do is add another terminal on here, like that. And then what we can do is create a line here, there, and then we'll run you all the way down to here, and we call you CR 1940 there, and we'll call you Wooler Materials 2. Very original. Not completely comfortable with the line. It's kind of coming up through there, so I think we're gonna have to put in some waypoints just to encourage them to behave themselves. We put a waypoint there and a waypoint there, a waypoint there, and then go into, oops, don't that. Why is that? It's 14 T Wooler Materials 2. bus station 12 again. Going back. It's the return route that's the problem. It's going to put a lot of traffic on this road here, but we'll be okay. And what we can use truck-wise, we've got the new trucks here, but I mean these carry a lot of goods, but I don't really want them in the city because I mean they've got very low emissions, but I think we're just going to use tarpaulin trucks, and we'll get about 9 of those, and we're going to assign you to we can find it. There's full of materials too. So what that will do is that will pull in there. So what we've got to do now is deal with the fuel problem over here now, because Hornsey will now not be getting as much fuel as it should be, because once this runs out, that will become a problem. The advantage we probably will have here is that Lee Materials should now pick up more in the way of goods, and yeah, you're picking up materials and goods. That's great. I mean, I could. And we do have this fuel truck here. And we do have the road that runs through here. So what we could do is use this one and actually run through to here. Yeah, I think that might be more efficient rather than coming off from this oil refinery. So what we can do is I'm just going to actually, we got a stone quarry up there as well. What we're going to need to do is how the heck am I going to get out of here? I think what we're going to do is we're going to run I mean this is the quarry connection here, or the road connection here. We got goods transit, Hornsey food. We got food coming in from this side, so do I need this? We got food coming in from this side, so strictly speaking we don't need this line anymore. So manage vehicles, sell you off, and manage line, get rid of you, and I thought I deleted you. Okay. You're gone. This is the transit line that brings the goods to here. Strictly speaking, this doesn't need a terminal anymore, so what we could do is just put you over to here, and we'll manage this line, Hornsey branch, add you there. We'll just remove branch, and I don't want you picking anything up green lane. And then I think what we will do is just get rid of you, so okay, we're just going to get the line here and delete you. That means we can remove this. Anything on this station here? Okay. Maybe we'll just get rid of you just to avoid the confusion. So just have a look. Where is the fuel command? Oops, don't want that. The fuel's in this corner here. So we're not using this space over here, but I think we will. I think what we will do is we don't want to branch this road. We've got the road here. So if I come here, streets, roads. I think what we're going to, not possible. How can I, when we got this road here, I can't really go in front of the, we got lots of, I think what we can do here, sorry for the diversion, manage vehicles. And I think we're going to get rid of 2 of these. Then I think what we're going to do is try out the new trucks. So we got here oil sands, replace. Just have a quick look at these. And then what we're going to do is just upgrade this line here. Construction not possible. Okay. What we're going to do is going to do a little bit of redevelopment here, and what we're going to do is just push you through there like that, and then bring you down to there. Get rid of the traffic lights, and then just have a quick check of the route. Yep, I had a feeling these trucks would pull away that way. That's the faster road. And actually, we don't need this road through here now. That can go. Actually, we don't need this bit here as well. This can go. Absolutely no traffic on this road at all. So you can come here. That will give me the road through here. How much we got stock? I think what we could probably do is put load in a couple of extra trucks from somewhere. I'm not sure where they're going to come from, but I'm sure they will arrive here eventually. And then what we're going to do is run up the road here. I'm going to run you straight through here. My instinct is to go literally under the mountain and come up about here, rather than trying to go. See if we can do that. Come here and go down, and then we're going to run right under here, about there. It won't come up, so that is very deep. Okay, that's not going to work. Wow, Getting a lot of lag at the moment. So we'll just have to take that out, and we'll have to come. If we come south like this, and then we'll have to probably try and get up over this. Right, let's go down. See if we can. That's. We pull this over a little bit like that, and then just bring you. Bring you to the surface there. Just hook you into there. So we've now got a possible route that will bring fuel from here to here. I'm just going to check the. What we got here? Piles of waste and Hornsey waste. Wow. Okay, and I think what we're going to do is, sorry about the digression. I think what we're going to do is replace with our soil sands. We can't carry that. Why wasn't this carry waste? Okay, we'll just replace you with those. And what we probably need to do is just upgrade this road. So we're just gonna give this a little bit of speed. Nope, not knock buildings down. And kind of bring you around here. I think we'll just make this into a bypass down to here. So that will get the waste out of here. That's Hornsey materials. That's the coverage for that. We got fuel all the way down to here. Stanley Road is probably not quite in the right place. I need something that's going to be. We've got trucks coming into here, and we've got really beat up old trucks here. Where they go? We've got this line will come into here. Let me just see what I can do coverage wise. Yeah, we're not. I mean, I could deliver into there. Yeah, I think we're going to have to deliver into here. We're just going to have to make sure that the trucks don't cover anything. So first thing we're going to need to do is come into Hornsey Waste, manage the line, Hornsey Central. Right, you're only set to pick up waste. That's good. And we've cleared that waste already, so probably, yeah, it's probably too many of these trucks now. So we'll just get rid of some of those. Reduce it to 6. And then what we're going to do is just come here, create a line from here, and I'm going to drop off here. Hornsey Central, load nothing, only unload everything. And here, anything you are going to pick up is fuel. I don't want anything, I don't want this game, I don't want you getting creative about anything. I'm just going to put you there. Oops. Yeah. So you're coming that way. I'm just going to grab you. And well, I think we'll go with the full size. Don't want full size tankers. When the emission, 66 emission is really good. Yeah, I think we'll go with the larger tankers. And did I create the line? I did create the line, didn't I? Oh, line 1. I didn't actually name it. Ooh, bit of a fail there. TR16 there. And this will be Hornsey. Hornsey. Yo. Assign. Oops. Come here. And we're just going to assign you to Hornsey fuel. What that will do is start to bring the fuel into Hornsey, and that should solve that problem. Yeah, the fuel's dropping because we're not bringing it in from Wooler anymore. I think the material supplies to Wooler are looking good, so we no longer got that line losing any money. And Polgate materials, not absolutely got any idea. Why have we got, what is Polgate materials when it's at home? Yeah, I'm starting to feel that this line through here is a bit of a waste of time, and I wonder whether we could be probably better suited by actually just using a road through here, because we got a whole pile of machines here which is stockpiled up. I mean, we're not getting enough steel in here. And again, I think the trains are just blocking each other off here with these small lines here. So I think Polgate materials, you've got to go manage vehicles, and we're just gonna sell the vehicles. Yes, and manage the line, and you've gone. I think in the short term, Polgate can probably live without having the machines. They're only getting 45 out of 68, and I mean, truthfully, probably even the rail line here. Okay, yeah, even the rail line here is. Maybe this is a branch line to close. So, yeah, I think we're going to Polgate to Berry managed line. I'm going to head the one train on it, so we're going to sell you. And Polgate managed line, delete. And what we're going to do is demolish, and I think we can get rid of that little bit of a crossover there. So that gets rid of that branch line. I'm not going to do the fixes for Polgate in this video. Time is pushing on, and I don't want the video to be too long. So I think we're just going to carry on with our Dr. Beeching act. Now, the next area I want to look at is over here. Actually, no, let's just see. We got Sandown, fuel and tools. That's losing 3.3 million. So let's go and have a look at you. Yeah, again, this is. I just wonder whether it might be a bit more flexible to replace this with trucks as well, because it's not really running. Look at the trains. Yeah, they're all. And I think it might be a bit more of a flexible approach here, and then we can use trucks to move things in both directions, and possibly, because we're shipping tools from here, what we could do is just ship directly out to here. So I think this is another line that's going to go. So we're just going to come here, manage vehicles, Get review. Line, manage line. On. And what we're going to do is just delete you. I mean, it's a high-speed track I laid in here. I'm just going to get rid of you. I mean, we've got a very low-grade dirt road here, but I think we can replace it with a high-speed road through here. Just going to get rid of you. I mean, it was never... Construction not possible. Well, we'll be relaying this road anyway, so I'm just going to get review. Just get review. Take this. Okay, we've now deleted the line, and I'm just kind of looking at this, and I'm wondering whether we can be able to use this side of the station for something else. Just check the lines here. We've only got the one line on this side. So I think what we will do is just be a bit careful here. Take you out. Just upset the train a little bit, but that's okay. And I think what we might do is be able to use this to send goods down this way should we need them. Or what I could do is revamp the lines going north. So we've now got rid of the Sandown line. Let's see, anything else that's Wooler to Sandown. This is going to be a little bit of a difficult one, this is, because this is this line here. And why are you... Again, maybe this line is just a little bit over the top. We've got loads of people here. So why is this not... Oh, it's only 47. I mean, it's carrying a lot of passengers. It's just I don't think people want to come the other way. It's just a very expensive line through to here. And like I said, it was cost effective, but now we've got the new trains on it. Maybe we can replace that with something else, like a tram route. Maybe we could change it and put a tram road through to there. So we'll keep that just for the moment. Dawlish Circle. Now again, these are lines that have never made any money, because I think the problem is you've got Dawlish here that's only got 402. Dawlish really needs to grow. And then what we've got here is Polegate, and we've got Bury St Edmunds, but or no, what we got here is Bovey. I mean, Bovey has a lot of passengers on it, but I don't know. Maybe we'll just keep that line as well. Pontefract Circle, Dawlish Circle. We've got Bovey Machines. What are you? No, I certainly want to keep this line. I think this might just be fluctuating. I mean, this is quite an important line. It's bringing machines in from over here. What we may just need to do is actually upgrade this line, because we've got a lot of machine production here and I think Bovey needs a lot more machines. So again, we might, yeah, we're only getting 67 out of 339 at the moment. I think that's probably down to the fact that the machines are being pulled off in other directions. So that line could probably survive. Smithic to Oodle, Dawlish. I think the only one, I mean, I think I'm now at a point where some of these other lines will be okay. You've got Hornsey Stone. I mean, they're turning a profit. Some of these are settling down. So I think that is probably about it for the railways. I think just as a check, just look at the trams. Maybe it's time to review the trams again for a little bit. See, all our airlines are making money, which is good. All our shipping lines are making a reasonable amount of cash. We do have a new ship, and then of course what we got here is a whole list of trucks. Hornsey Fuel, that's the new line, so that's going to take a little while to get into profit. You can see we're carrying quite a lot on that. Bovey machines, some of these will always be loss leaders. Here we got Berry Link. Maybe I need to review the bus lines, but that would be the subject for the next video. I think just to finish this video off, what we're going to do is just come up here and take a look at, I did get some new ships, and I can't remember, we've now got the, oops, and we've got a, what's this? This looks very much like a tram. So we got here, this is carries 72, that carries 7. I'm not exactly sure what the benefit of these are, and that's 326. That's the Hercules. These are the Vigos. These arrived in 2013, means they've only just not been here long. That's 376 in 2 compartments. I'm not convinced of the benefits of that. Let's just go to Wooler and let's have a look at the tram shed, see if we've got some. We've now got this over 65 emissions. Carries 43 passengers. It carries less passengers and it's got slightly less emissions. That could be useful, because I mean I haven't checked the emissions for a little while, but yeah, building up a little bit, but I don't think we're ever going to get to the point where we have no emissions whatsoever. Some very old trucks here. Again, I need to review the trucks. Let's have a quick look at the station. Yeah, Wooler to Hornsey probably needs a bit of an upgrade, but to do that we would need to do some work on this station. But that's something for the future, but this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode, hope you found it interesting, and until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.